Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Anita and I like to do videos on ADHD, mental health, finances, just general life things. Today we're going to be doing a video called My New Year's Resolutions based on those topics. Before we get started, I want to introduce the sponsor of today's video, Magic Mind. Magic Mind is my favorite morning ritual. It is a little drink that's about this size. I'll show you. And it contains a ton of nootropics, which are good for cognition and your brain. As someone who struggled with ADHD, brain fog, mental health issues, just like tons of different things that affected my cognition, I have always been struggling with that and looking for ways to make it better. And in my research, I found that different nutrients and supplements like lion's mane mushroom, curcumin, ashwagandha have all been proven by studies to improve cognition and help with your brain. And so I was really excited when Magic Mind reached out to me. I was a little bit apprehensive at first because I'm not all about like, this will cure you if you drink it, and it won't, but it will improve your cognition because it has ingredients that have been proven to do that. And so I was really excited that we're doing a 1-year partnership with them after I've worked with them in the past. And this is what the drink looks like. It says, do more, stress less. And it has matcha, which boosts your energy. It has 55 milligrams of caffeine, which is half of a coffee. I know if you see my videos, you know I don't drink caffeine in the mornings because I get anxious, as I'm sure a lot of us do that watch these videos. So it has half the caffeine content, which is perfect amount for me. It has adaptogens, which help you relax, nootropics, which keep you focused. I mentioned those earlier. So some of my favorite ingredients in here are ashwagandha, L-theanine, which is really great, turmeric, lion's mane. So those are all ones that I have done research on and they're packed full of them. So what we're gonna do is drink it, but yeah, let's have a drink together. And it tastes a lot better than it used to. So I take these every day. You can check them out in my description box. I will have a discount code for you. I would definitely just try it out, see if it works for you, but also do your own research. Before you add anything to your daily regimen, definitely talk to your doctor, but I'm a big fan of this. Down below you can find a discount code and you should definitely try it out. So let me know what you think because I've been drinking this for many months now and probably will continue to. Now let's get back to the video. I have my computer here with me because, as I mentioned, my cognition is really bad, which includes my memory. And so I have to take notes on all my videos before I share them with y'all. So we're gonna be looking at my notes, or I'm gonna be looking at my notes while I talk about this with you. So let's get into my New Year's resolutions. So it's 2023, it's a new year. Last year was really hard for me, but also I saw a lot of progress in my life. And I just wanna make this year even better, just like most of you. So I wanna give last year a 5 out of 10 for general life things, and like a 9 out of 10 for like mental health, ADHD, and things like that. If you see my previous videos, my vlogs, you know what's been going on in my personal life, and it's been really tough, but I feel like I was able to handle it really well because of the self-care around mental health and my ADHD that I have put work into. So that made last year a lot easier. And this year I want to make it even better because this year is going to be another hard one given that my parent is still sick. So let's get started with my ADHD goals. The first one is pretty simple. Take my medication as directed. So I know I am a pretty good person like at taking my medication every day. I have it on my bedside table. It's easy to access. So I want to continue doing that. What I have found is that if I take it even on the days that I'm not feeling as great, it kind of like holds the goodness in days for longer because obviously I won't have 2 down days when I'm not taking the medication. So I just want to be more consistent with my medication. Obviously I won't take it if I'm really sick or something or if I'm traveling, but just being more consistent with my medication. I think that's a big goal for me. So as some of y'all know, with my history, I'm on Concerta right now. My doctor accidentally filled a 54 milligram prescription instead of my 36, so I'm taking that as of today. Secondly, I want to work on improving some of the symptoms that still affect my life pretty badly. So I've been able to improve a lot of things in my life, such as getting myself to do certain things that I want to do. So like I will do the laundry, I'll do the dishes, I'll do different things. But something that I'm really struggling with right now is something that I found to be called pathological demand avoidance. And I actually discovered this from Debbie Burnett, who used to be on The Bachelor. and she found out recently that she's autistic and she has something called PDA. And I just like looked her up on one time just to see what she was up to, and she's like very into sharing information about this, and she described something called pathological demand avoidance, where you will pathologically avoid demands. And I found this to be so relatable to me. Like, whenever anyone asks me to do something, I wish they would burn in a fire. Like I don't want to do that. And I think it's something about them asking me to do it and not like the thing that they're asking me to do. And so I want to be better about finding peace and being able to deal with that, but also finding ways that the people in my life can be helpful to me in changing the way they talk to me or the way they engage with me on certain things. So I'm still learning a lot about pathological demand avoidance, and I do relate to it like hugely. And so I feel like that's something in my life that I want to be better at, because I literally get so pissed off when someone asks me to do something that I don't want to do. Like, it's not normal how angry I get. So I want to be better about that and be able to find more peace. And I've been doing a lot of research into it on like what works for people, and a lot of people are just like, it's hard, I don't know what to do. Some people think of the situation as something that they're acting in, like, and so I've tried that didn't really work for me. So I'm just trying different things to make things easier. I've also like asked my husband to change the way he says things, because sometimes he'll say, do you want to do this, which he means as, can you please do this? But I don't like the way he says it, because in my head I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But I'm having him try to change the way he speaks so that it's easier for me to be, okay, I'll do it. So I'd rather him be more direct rather than in that way. So I'm just like trying to find new ways to help myself on this part. I've also found that my medication hasn't been as effective, and I think it's because of my mental health. So I want to improve my mental health as well. But my last ADHD goal is to find and implement. So I also still deal with forgetfulness, losing things, just stuff like that, and I want to find and implement more strategies that will help me with that. So, for example, something that I found is buying loads of chapsticks. I lose chapstick all the time, and it pisses me off. And okay, that's being dramatic. I'm like, I panic because I need a chapstick because I don't like that sensation on my lips. And so I buy loads of chapsticks and just put them everywhere. So I always have a chapstick. Finding routines and apps that work. So something that I really liked was, again, Magic Mind. We worked together a few months ago on their 14 days of magic, where I committed to 14 days of doing the 3 things that I thought would help me with my life. And one of them included leaving the house every day, which is really hard for me as a person who has depression and a lot of other things. But I made it my mission with Magic Mind to leave the house every day, and it really helped like so much. So just trying to include those things that help me with my focus and energy. And yeah, continuing therapy. Therapy has really helped with my ADHD along with my mental health. So I just want to be continuing that. And it's so easy for me to just cancel on therapy because why not? But I really want to be better about committing to it and getting better. Okay, so my next ones are my mental health goals. And this kind of goes off of what we mentioned previously, but keep my depression and anxiety managed. Again, I've shared with you all in videos and like just everything that's been going on the past year about what's going on with my family. My dad's really sick, and I've kind of had to change my entire life to mold around that. And so I've been very depressed and anxious, and I relapsed this year on alcohol, so that was really hard. So just trying to keep the depression and the anxiety managed, which includes going to therapy, taking my medication religiously, taking breaks, doing self-care, and yeah. So my next goal is staying sober for this year. I know I relapsed last year after 3.5 years, which was really hard, but I know I can do it, and I know my life is so much better when I'm not drinking or doing drugs, and so I'm going to commit to that for this year as well. The next thing I guess I mentioned again is keep my therapy appointments, and then my last one is keep and improve my boundaries. So I found that I struggle a lot with boundaries and kind of giving everything to my family and like not thinking about myself. I feel like I operate so much better when I'm taking care of other people, or like in a panic, not a panic, but like constantly going. Like if I have a lot to do and I need to be there for other people and take care of everything for them, make sure they don't have to worry, like it can become a lot. And that happened last year, and I got really burnt out and exhausted, and it was hard. So this year I want to have better boundaries with people, boundaries with my sick dad even, you know, who I want to do anything and everything for, but I know I need to keep some boundaries in order to protect myself. So I don't know, I mean, keeping boundaries with family is so hard, especially when they are in need, but I want to do better about that this year. And some of the ways that I'm planning to do that is if people are like combating me on something too much, then I'm just gonna let them handle it. Because in my mind, like for example, for my mom's birthday present this year, I sent my brother, I was really busy that day, I sent my brother like exactly what to get my mom, from where, like I sent her pictures, where to get it, when he can get it, easy. And then my siblings started coming in and being like, well, what about this? What do you think about this? How about this? You know? And I was just like, why are you suggesting different things? Are you gonna go do that? No, you're not gonna go do that. But yeah, anyway, so eventually I was like, okay, you guys handle it. I have a lot going on. You guys deal with this for once. And I kept that boundary, and it was really peaceful for a few days. And then about 4 days later, I found out that they never actually bought the things or bought her anything. So I had to get back in and fix it. But I was just like, I took a step back then and kind of just like let them handle it, and they didn't handle it. But I tried to take a step back, and I want to continue to try to do that, because I don't need to be in charge of everything. I don't need to fix everything for everyone else. Like if they fuck up, that's their fault in the end, because they didn't, you know, whatever. So I want to keep improved boundaries like that. And also life goals. So last section is my life goals, and these are just general life goals. And the next thing is be a better friend. So I feel like last year I definitely improved on being a better friend to people, because the year before I was a really bad friend, and to the point that one of my friends actually messaged me and she was like, you need to be a better friend. Like, I don't know how much longer I can do this, basically. And so last year I really tried to commit to being a better friend, and I feel like I did a lot better, but I feel like there's still a lot more that I can do. And it makes sense because I was really focused on myself these past few years, and like not really able or having the capacity to spend that much time on things outside of myself. But this year, like this last year and this year, I feel a little bit more of that, and the need to connect with my friends. I want to be a better friend to them. A lot of my friends are long distance, and also making new friends. I recently became friends with someone who found me on YouTube who lives in the area, and they've been really great, and I'm excited to hang out with them again. But I just want to be better about meeting people and hanging out with people and spending time with people, because that really helps, even though I think I prefer to be alone, you know? The next thing is be a better partner. So there's a lot of different things I'm working on right now in therapy that are my own issues that stem from my childhood and just experiences I've had that are affecting my relationship. And so I am in therapy to try to improve those, because it does affect my relationship. Not only that, but I am trying to, again, be a better partner by communicating what I need. Again, like telling my husband, I need you to speak this way to me, or whatever, you know, and just like having open and honest conversations with my partner about what we need from each other. Open and honest is such a Bachelor, like, reality TV show thing to say. That's another thing. The next one is be a better colleague. Last year, I feel like I not dropped a lot of things, but did like almost the bare minimum at work because of everything that was happening in my personal life. Like, it was just all too much. And so I did everything I needed to do at work, but I didn't quite like excel. And so this year I really want to like excel and do great and institute a lot of things and be a better worker, because I really love my job and they, you know, provide me with great value. So I want to do that and be a better colleague. My last one is be a more consistent YouTuber. So as you have seen, I haven't been on YouTube much lately, and again, I think it stems back to my relapse. After my relapse, I felt so raw, like nerve endings like that were just touching different things, and it's just been really painful, and it's been really hard to think about YouTube and the tough topics that I talk about on here sometimes. Like, I really just wanted to think about nothing, or like really trivial things, and talking about mental health and ADHD and tough things like that really takes a toll. So I have kind of shied away from YouTube lately because that's what I post about. And I want to be a more consistent YouTuber. And I love engaging with y'all in the comments and recording videos and editing and coming up with ideas. I just love the whole process, and it is important to me and my happiness. I just want to be better about posting and connecting with y'all, which means being able to get past what happened with my relapse and my emotions, and like managing those so that I can do my hobbies like YouTube. But yeah, I'd love to hear what some of your New Year's resolutions are. Really anything you can share with me. Just leave them down in the comments below, as I would love to hear them and maybe take inspiration from yours. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, I want to remind you to check out Magic Mind. There's a discount code down below, and you should definitely try it out because we all know I'll be drinking it every day. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye.